Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will learn about the explosive developments coming your way on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. The upcoming episode promises to deliver shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and unexpected revelations that will leave viewers absolutely stunned. Fans are bracing themselves for what could be one of the most pivotal episodes of the season, as multiple storylines collide in spectacular fashion. Before we dive into all the jaw-dropping details, we need to remind our dedicated viewers that there was no new episode on Friday, November 28, 2025, as the soap took a brief hiatus for the holiday. We sincerely hope that all our wonderful readers enjoyed a beautiful and memorable Thanksgiving celebration with their loved ones. Willow's wedding crisis deepens. The drama surrounding Willow Tate and Drew Kane's upcoming nuptials reaches a boiling point in this episode, and the tension is absolutely palpable. Despite having agreed to marry the ambitious congressman, Willow appears to be experiencing serious doubts about walking down the aisle with Drew. Preview footage reveals a stark contrast between the couple's emotional states. Drew is practically bouncing off the walls with excitement and anticipation, while Willow looks increasingly uncomfortable and uncertain about the entire arrangement. Her body language screams hesitation, and viewers can practically see the internal battle playing out behind her eyes. The truth is, absolutely nobody in Port Charles supports this union except for Drew himself, who seems completely oblivious to the fact that Willow might be marrying him for all the wrong reasons. Could this be a marriage of convenience rather than love? The signs are certainly pointing in that direction, adding another layer of complexity to this already messy situation. Nina Reeves makes a dramatic appearance and delivers a stern ultimatum to someone off camera, firmly telling them they can leave immediately. Given the context and Nina's protective maternal instincts, it's highly probable that she's addressing her daughter Willow directly. This confrontation suggests that Nina may have finally reached her breaking point with Willow's questionable decision-making. The burning question on everyone's mind is whether Willow has finally regained her clarity and realized what a monumental mistake she would be making by tying herself to Drew. However, there's a genuinely frightening possibility lurking beneath the surface. If Willow ultimately rejects Drew and calls off the engagement for good, the scorned congressman could seek devastating revenge. Let's not forget that Drew possesses explosive information about Willow's secret surveillance activities. He knows that she was the mysterious person stalking Sasha Gilmore Corbin and her baby, gathering information and watching from the shadows. With Willow already embroiled in a contentious custody battle that could determine her entire future, Drew exposing her stalking behavior could absolutely destroy any remaining credibility she has in court. The stakes couldn't be higher, and Willow finds herself trapped between two equally terrible choices. Quartermaine Thanksgiving chaos unfolds. While viewers already celebrated their Thanksgiving feasts, the residents of Port Charles are just now gathering for their traditional holiday festivities, and as usual with the Quartermaine family, chaos is guaranteed. Brooklyn Quartermaine, who has witnessed countless Thanksgiving disasters over the years, desperately tried to warn her husband Harrison Chase about the legendary Quartermaine kitchen curse that has plagued the family for generations. This infamous curse has resulted in everything from burnt turkeys to kitchen fires, food poisoning scares, and even the occasional minor explosion. However, the ever-optimistic Detective Chase confidently dismissed his wife's concerns, absolutely certain that this year would be different and that nothing could possibly go wrong. His confidence is admirable, if perhaps a bit naive given the Quartermaine track record. Naturally, Brooklyn's worst fears begin materializing almost immediately, and the preview footage shows her getting after her husband for tempting fate with his overconfident attitude. When will Chase learn that you never, ever challenge the Quartermaine kitchen curse? The comedy of errors continues when Giovanni Joe Palmieri answers the front door, only to find himself face-to-face with someone completely unexpected. His expression of pure shock suggests that this visitor is either someone from his past he never expected to see again, or perhaps someone he's been desperately trying to avoid. Could this mysterious arrival throw yet another wrench into the Quartermaine family's already complicated holiday celebration? The appearance of unexpected guests at Quartermaine Thanksgiving dinners has historically led to dramatic revelations, long-buried secrets coming to light, and sometimes even physical altercations. This year looks like it will be no exception to that proud tradition. Jordan and Curtis navigate complicated feelings. At another location in Port Charles, Jordan Ashford shares a tender moment with her ex-husband Curtis Ashford, expressing heartfelt gratitude for all the blessings they still share despite their divorce. As she speaks about everything they have to be thankful for, Jordan gently reaches out and touches Curtis's hand in a gesture that speaks volumes about their enduring connection. The physical contact is subtle but loaded with meaning, suggesting that perhaps Jordan hasn't completely moved on from their relationship. However, this intimate moment could potentially be observed by Trina Robinson, who recently made a solemn vow regarding her parents' complicated situation. If Trina witnesses this tender exchange between her father and Jordan, how will she react? Will she see it as a betrayal of her mother Portia, or will she recognize it as a simple gesture of friendship between two people who share a long history? Speaking of shocking developments, Trina and her boyfriend Kai Taylor receive absolutely stunning news that leaves them both completely speechless. The preview shows both young people with their mouths hanging open in disbelief, struggling to process whatever information they've just received. The big question is, what exactly has shocked them so profoundly? Is this bombshell related to Curtis being considered a suspect in the recent shooting of Drew Kane? That investigation has been causing significant stress for the entire Ashford family, and any new developments could have serious implications. Alternatively, could Trina and Kai have just learned about Portia's unexpected pregnancy? If Portia is indeed expecting a baby, that revelation would certainly explain Trina's shocked expression. A new sibling at this stage in her life would be a massive adjustment, especially given all the other drama currently swirling around her family. The timing of such news couldn't be more complicated, with Curtis potentially facing legal troubles and Trina trying to navigate her own romantic relationship. Isaiah's noble gesture and Portia's dilemma. Over at General Hospital, Portia Robinson encounters Isaiah again and questions what he's doing at the hospital on Thanksgiving Day. Isaiah's presence there isn't coincidental. It appears he's volunteered to cover Portia's shifts so she can spend the holiday with her daughter Trina and the rest of her family. This selfless sacrifice demonstrates just how much Isaiah cares about Portia's well-being and happiness. He knows how important family time is, especially during the holidays, and he's willing to spend his own Thanksgiving alone at the hospital so that Portia doesn't have to miss out on precious moments with her loved ones. This kind of thoughtful gesture speaks volumes about Isaiah's character and his growing feelings for Portia. Is there potential for romance brewing between these two medical professionals? The chemistry has certainly been building between them over recent weeks, and this act of kindness could be the catalyst that pushes their relationship to the next level. Meanwhile, the formidable Stella Henry engages in a serious conversation with someone about the complex topic of revenge. Stella has always been someone who speaks her mind and isn't afraid to address difficult subjects head-on. So her willingness to discuss revenge suggests that someone in her orbit has been wronged and is considering retaliation. But who is she talking to? And what situation has prompted this particular discussion? Could Stella be advising someone to let go of vengeful thoughts and choose the higher path? Or might she actually be encouraging someone to stand up for themselves and fight back against an injustice? Stella's wisdom and life experience make her the perfect person to counsel others through moral dilemmas, but her advice could go either way depending on the circumstances. Nathan's investigation heats up. In what promises to be one of the most exciting storylines, Nathan West is hot on the trail of a suspect, specifically tracking down Professor Henry Hank Dalton. This investigation appears to be ramping up significantly, with Nathan getting closer to uncovering crucial information. Professor Dalton has been a mysterious figure lurking in the background of several recent storylines, and Nathan's determination to locate him suggests that Dalton holds key information about an important case. Is the professor involved in criminal activity, or is he perhaps a witness to something significant? Nathan's reputation as a thorough and dedicated investigator means he won't stop until he gets to the bottom of whatever mystery surrounds Professor Dalton. The chase is on, and viewers can expect plenty of suspense as Nathan closes in on his target. The connections between all these storylines create a web of intrigue that will keep fans glued to their screens throughout the entire episode. From Willow's wedding crisis to the Quartermaine Thanksgiving disaster, from Jordan and Curtis's complicated relationship to Isaiah's sacrifice for Portia, and from Trina's shocking news to Nathan's intense investigation, Tuesday's episode promises to deliver on every front. Next, we will delve deep into the suspenseful and emotional journey of Emma Scorpio Drake and Giovanni Joe Palmieri as they embark on a mission that could change everything for the hidden victims of Professor Dalton's experiments. Emma and Gio's new mission begins. After recent shocking revelations, Emma Scorpio Drake and Joe Palmieri are more determined than ever to uncover the truth behind Professor Henry Hank Dalton's illicit activities. Their courage is unwavering as they decide to take matters into their own hands and hunt for a mysterious second laboratory rumored to be concealed somewhere outside the official PCU grounds. Armed with fresh information, the pair recognizes that this could be their only chance to save innocent animals from further suffering and uncover the full extent of Dalton's dark secrets. Intrigue builds as Emma recalls the pivotal moment when Jocelyn Jacks confided in her about Dalton's drunken confession. Dalton, while inebriated, let slip to Jocelyn that his questionable animal testing wasn't conducted at PCU as everyone assumed, but at another, undisclosed location. This revelation not only vindicated Emma's suspicions, but also set a new investigative course for her and Joe. They now know that the trail doesn't end at the university, but continues down a dangerous and unpredictable path. Setbacks and determination. The previous efforts of Emma, Joe, and their friends didn't go as planned. An impulsive break-in led to Rocco Falcone's arrest, causing distress among their circle and bringing new scrutiny to their activities. Despite experiencing setbacks and the threat of further legal trouble, neither Emma nor Joe is ready to abandon the cause. Their sense of urgency intensifies as Emma, fueled by unwavering compassion, insists they cannot leave the animal's fate up to chance. This time, the duo is determined to act more cautiously. The last thing they want is to drag Rocco, Charlotte Casadini, or Danny Morgan into another legal crisis, especially with Dante Falconeri watching every move they make. The pressure is on, but Emma's resolve hardens. Her commitment to animal welfare compels her to risk her personal comfort and safety. Tracking the secret lab. The week of December 1st to 5th promises to be a whirlwind for Emma and Joe. Emma's fierce determination becomes obvious to those around her. She spends sleepless nights researching, crystallizing her theories, and mapping possible locations connected to Dalton. Joe stands firmly by her side, refusing to let conflict or danger weaken their partnership. Their collaboration becomes more strategic as they consider breaking into Dalton's office, hoping to find any stray documents, digital clues, or coded maps he might have carelessly left behind. Speculation swirls that, due to Dalton's notorious sloppiness, something critical could be hidden in plain sight: old notebooks, keycards, or discarded emails, all possible keys to the elusive lab. As they dig deeper, Emma and Gio's teamwork strengthens. They complement each other's skills and instincts, building a dynamic that others find inspiring. The hunt for the secret lab becomes more than just a rescue mission. It is a test of character, intelligence, and trust. High stakes and shocking discoveries. As the investigation escalates, Emma and Joe become aware that the situation is more perilous than they initially imagined. Whispers about Dalton's connections to Caesar Faison's final project surface, raising the stakes and lacing their search with new threats. Some insiders warn that the lab's secrets are protected by layers of deception and danger, hinting that anyone who gets too close might attract attention from powerful adversaries. The possibility of being followed, digitally monitored, or even physically intercepted begins to haunt their every step. Yet, instead of backing down, Emma channels her anxiety into persistence. She meticulously examines Dalton's past financial transactions, searching for suspicious payments or shipments that could point to the lab's location. Joe offers support in decoding cryptic laboratory blueprints and tracking delivery routes, their combined efforts pushing them closer and closer to the truth. The emotional toll and unwavering bonds. As Emma and Joe descend deeper into the labyrinth of lies, the emotional burden grows heavier. Emma can't help but worry about the fate of the animals, imagining the pain they endure and the lives that may still be at stake. She confides in Joe her fear that they might be too late, but Gio's gentle reassurance keeps her hopes alive. Their bond is forged in shared passion and adversity, and their friendship evolves into true partnership. At the same time, the need to keep their mission secret creates distance from their families and friends. Emma struggles with the isolation, yearning to include Rocco, Charlotte, and Danny, but ultimately deciding they must be kept safe. The threat of discovery and retaliation from those protecting Dalton's legacy amplifies every risk they take. Racing against time. With Dalton now gone, Emma and Joe know that any clues left behind could disappear at any time. They must move quickly to piece together the puzzle. Every false lead and dead end only sharpens their resolve. Along the way, they stumble upon fascinating and unexpected details, cryptic messages scrawled in textbooks, strange chemical shipments to abandoned warehouses, and fleeting sightings of unfamiliar faces lurking near the PCU campus. Each find adds urgency to their quest and brings them closer to uncovering secrets not only about animal testing, but about the deeper machinations at play in Port Charles. The specter of Caesar Faison looms large. Rumors swirl that his final project involved more than illicit experimentation and might encompass a far-reaching conspiracy. Final push and the edge of danger. As Emma and Joe approach the endgame, the potential consequences of their actions come into full view. The line between heroism and recklessness blurs as they prepare for their boldest move, yet a covert infiltration of what they suspect is the hidden lab. Unbeknownst to them, their efforts have triggered silent alarms, alerting those who would do anything to protect the secrets within. Emma's determination never wavers, even as she and Joe realize that by exposing the lab, they are putting themselves at risk of retaliation. Yet, for Emma, the welfare of the animals and the truth are worth any sacrifice. Joe matches her courage, prepared to face the fallout together. Stay tuned for the latest as this thrilling storyline unfolds. Will Emma and Joe expose the cruel legacy of Dalton and rescue the animals before it's too late? Or will their bid for justice unleash even greater dangers on themselves and Port Charles? As always, ABC General Hospital spoilers will keep you updated on every twist and turn.